It is the elite level of softball, played by the best teams, with fans all across North America. If you're advertising, why not join our team? There are nearly 20 million Americans that play softball. They are in the prime buying years of their lives. They average over $56,000 a year. They spend money and have fun. Want to join our team? Your message on in-stadium announcements, promotional opportunities, creative merchandising. You can tie into our loyal fan base with creative sampling, personal endorsements, company sponsorship of individual and team awards. The World Softball League. Get in the game.
Play ball! It's going, it could be, it's way out of here! Another Ultra 2 home run brought to you by the mad scientists at Miken Sports. Ultra 2's Ultra E-Flex technology puts the power in your hands. 29% more Barrel Flex creates spring-loaded energy for ultra distance. Ultra strong Carbon X composite shell delivers maximum durability. The Ultra 2 has the industry's largest sweet spot because it's not how far you hit, it's how many times you hit far.
Hey, we are back on the World Softball League today, and if you want more information on the WSL, taking softball to the next level, just check out our website for more information. You can find us at worldsoftballleague.com. On that site, you'll find player and team info and all tournament information from all the WSL stops across North America.
Well, publicly, he's been called the George Steinbrenner of softball, and under their breath, a couple other players and sponsors have called him just a couple other names.
Oh, yeah, they have.
We're going to take a look at just what makes Travis Rosmundo tick.
I started my company back when I was in the high school in 11th grade. My grandfather was a sod grower in the state of Florida, and our family never installed sod. And he was getting older and at a retirement age, and I had to look out for myself, and he gave me the ammunition to go get it on my own. So I started my own installation company his last 2 years in business, and we took it from there. And we feel we're one of the most successful and dominant companies in Florida in the sod installation business. You always wonder, well, can I ever get to the top, or can I ever win a World Series? And you go through, you start on Saturday mornings or Friday nights, and you say, you know, do I have a chance to win this tournament? And as the weekend goes, you keep progressing. And finally, you know, you're sitting there in the championship spot, and then the ego takes over and the adrenaline takes over. And then you just go out and perform, and that's what softball is all about, is the finals. When I moved up to the super level with Jeff Haig, which got me here back in 1999, Dan Smith always looked down on us, and other sponsors looked down on us, and I was only 25 at the time. And they said, you know, what is this guy moving up for? And it gave me, you know, ammunition to grow and get better and fight with them. And Dan said, well, this guy will only be around for 1 year. And I said, you know, I said to myself, I'm not letting this guy, just because he's worth $500 million, run me out of the game. I'm gonna do it from the heart. I'm gonna do what it takes to win. And that's where we've come up with the animosity between the two of us. And just last year at the World Series, Dan has first approached me and accepted me into the game. And if not, it would still be a war right now between me and him. The bad times is when you're coming up through the AA level and you keep getting bumped every year. You play the game without not enough talent. You have to play from the heart. And we was always fortunate enough to win at our level, but never be able to compete at the upper level except from the heart. And when you don't have the talent, these guys are beating you in 3 and 4 innings, it's hard to take the lumps. The good times is last year we had a successful year. We've come in underrated. We was ranked 3rd all year. We played, and we played from the heart. And that's what it's all about, is taking it from the heart.
Well, if there's one team Rosmundo loves to beat, we all know it's Dan Smith's.
And could Dan Smith bounce back, complete with their pitcher, Shane Dubois, who obviously having nightmares, still seeing that line drive come at his face as the teams met once again for the championship game in Daytona. Prior to that game, Dubois talked about the whole experience.
Well, I went to the hospital and had x-rays done, and they checked me out, ran some tests, everything came back positive, nothing negative. Talked to the doctor. She said, if you feel up to it, you can play. I said, well, I'll be there. So just can't get away from it.
We're all competitors on the field, but off the field, we're still family. It's a big softball community. We're all friends, and that really bothered me. I'm glad to see he's okay today, though.
Todd's a great player, and I know that he wasn't hitting that ball at my head, you know. And anytime you get on the mound, it's a risk you take, especially nowadays with the equipment that's out there. You just got to try to be ready.
It ain't over till it's over. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? It ain't over till we say it's over. Let's go. Finish the song. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you gotta love the Animal House reference. There's something wrong with that. Dan Smith would score first in this one. Scott Brown gives it a whack, and Todd Jorling comes in along with Jason Kendrick, and it is 2-0 in the first. Dan Smith on top. Then DeMond Thomas. He slaps a single. That's going to bring in DeBose. And 3-0. Dan Smith up in the first inning, looking pretty good. Then Dan Smith showing some D. Check it out. Couple runners aboard for Haig. And a near triple play. We got 5. Over to 4. Over to, no, not in time at 3. They do get the DP, but not in time for the triple play. Then more offense from Smith. Brett Helmer does what he does best. That is a 3-run round tripper, making it 9-2.
You know, a big situation right there, first and second with no outs, just trying to get us a little lift. Good opportunity to take a swing at it. You know, worst case, advance the runners. Best case, get a good piece of it like that. Those are big runs.
Haig in a hole, and they would need to rally. Later on, it's bases loaded for Bryson Baker. He doubles in Rusty Baumgartner and Jeff Wallace, and Haig's got something going at 9-4. Dan Smith huddles up. You know, this is probably the fiercest rivalry in all of big-time softball, and they don't want to let this one slip away.
That's why that's what I do. Well, then let's give it to him. Show it to him and let him try it. Well, then, yeah, then we're saying give him left center. Yeah, we're on the same page. Let's go.
2 outs, Dell Baggs to deep left field. Jason Kendrick and Robin Higginbotham collide. Kendrick somehow hangs on to the baseball. Nice play.
Well, the ball hit right between us, exactly between us, and we both caught it at the same time. We were only one step away from each other, and you know, I tried to get out of the way, but it was too late. And he hung on to it, and what a great play it was at a good time.
7th inning, last chance for Haig. Down by 5. Scott Strebel singles to start the inning. They might have something going. And then Albert Davis going to follow it up. The Florida native going deep, a 2-run home run. But Dan Smith would hold on, and they prevail in this one. So some great D by Dan Smith. Almost a triple play in that game. You don't see that very often.
No, you really don't.
And just enough offense. They get the win, and they're feeling pretty good as they force another game.
Then this what-if game would decide the tournament and give bragging rights, albeit some temporary ones, to the owners and sponsors of this oftentimes heated rivalry.